It's the skies in today's battle. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the New York Jets.
Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium. Straight ahead, CD, what's one thing that you're going to have your eye on?
I think about what the great coaches of the past always said. The key to any ball game. Can you rush theirs and protect yours? Well, in this case, both of these teams get after the quarterbacks. I'm watching the pass rush.
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here come the Jets to take over. Led at quarterback by a man back to full health in season number 20 now, and his second one in New York, and that's Aaron Rodgers.
And after an Achilles injury robbed him of playing most fairy tale ending in what has been an inevitable Hall of Fame career. We know it won't be easy, but the Jets have great optimism not only for Aaron Rodgers, but for the team. If he plays the full season, they believe they're truly a playoff team.
First play and a first throw for Rodgers. And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down.
It's zone defense right away here defensively, and I know that these linebackers and DBs are going to be tested throughout. They passed the first test, though. This one falls incomplete.
Now Rodgers. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to first.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Rodgers going to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up second down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, ball's out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Rodgers now to throw. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Going right back to Wilson. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 31-yard line. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The delay of game, a cost. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. It's Wilson. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Well, they're not hiding who their central focus is on offense. Charles, he already now has 4 receptions here on this opening drive.
And I know people who are watching the game are thinking, did they forget about him in the defensive game plan? But it's actually been the opposite. They're giving him a lot of attention, but he's been very creative and savvy in his route running and finding seams and openings in order to create these completions.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
His pass caught at the 4. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin from 6 yards away. And the Jets are on the board first here this afternoon. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive, maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Carlson's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Seahawks set to go on offense here, and it is the Pro Bowler Geno Smith at quarterback, Charles, in his 12th NFL season.
And Smith continues to show that his career resurgence hasn't been some fluke. He's brought a level of maturity, stability, and good play that allows him to compete with any team on any given week. The real question is whether or not he can become a championship caliber quarterback. Only time will tell, but for now, he's done enough to give this franchise reason to believe they can certainly get the job done.
First carry here for Ken Walker. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. 2nd and 7 as they've got it as we resume action. Now Geno. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing now is Geno. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
As you know, so many things in the passing game are based on yardage. Sometimes it's just based on timing. And that's what we saw right there on that play. 3rd and 3. Just get the ball right to the receiver.
Is the hitch route. Tell us, what is the hitch route?
Yeah, just take really one step like you're driving off the line of scrimmage, get the defensive back on his heels, get the ball out to the...
Walker hitting, the ball is out, and it's scooped up by the Jets.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they can keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
The fumble on first down now. Here's 2nd down. Following the fumble recovery, Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick first down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 22. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And this is where coaches sometimes fall into different camps. Your guy just fumbled. It led to a touchdown. Do you stay with him or do you put him in the doghouse? This is definitely a show of confidence here as he's right back out.
Now Smith. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Here's Walker. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Smith. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from drawing level. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a Tyler Lockett touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. Here's Rodgers. He dumps this one off here to Hall. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now 2nd and 9. Throwing is Rodgers. This pass complete. He finds Jeremy Ruckert. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Now is 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And it's complete to Adams. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Davante Adams, 29 yards. And the Jets have taken the lead. Now Carlson for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. 5 plays there on that drive. And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Walker. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing is Smith. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, offensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Fielded just inside the 30. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's Rodgers to throw. This completes a Corley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Two yards to go, 2nd down. Now Rodgers. That one taken in by Corley. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the gun, it's Rodgers. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. Open man here is Conklin. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Rodgers. On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
In the first half, we saw some great play from Jets quarterback Aaron Rodgers. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes as they were looking like a well-oiled machine in the first half of play.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. So out of the locker rooms here they come, their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went in at the half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And this will be a Seahawks first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Back to throw, Smith. He'll find Metcalf. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Smith now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Now Geno. Touchdown, Seahawks. Noah Fant, 37 yards. And the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. The tight end can kind of be that diamond in the rough secret weapon that you have, and right there they show you why.
And it's becoming less of a secret, isn't it, partner? Every game that we do nowadays, the tight end is a featured receiver, not just a blocker, as in the days of old.
Now Myers for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's Noah Fant who caps things off with the touchdown. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Derek Hall in there that time to get him to the turf.
How about how they spread the field in their formation? All those receivers running around, and not a single one of them finds a window in that zone. Great communication on the back end. The quarterback as he gets dumped.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Outright, he's got Ruckert. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds Wilson. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Finding Smith and Jigba downfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Smith. He'll find his man, Laviska Shenault. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Out of the gun, Walker with it. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now it's Smith off the bootleg. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 17-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Walker. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Ball at the 8 here for second and a yard, maybe a touch less. Now Smith. This is caught. And the Seahawks are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Geno Smith scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Seahawks have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
That's a great alternative there to the old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Instead, let your quarterback take it in the shotgun and essentially choose his own path. He scans the situation, makes the right read, and takes it into the end zone on the QB draw.
The extra point now coming from Myers. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Jets offense and Aaron Rodgers getting set for their next drive. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, the pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 8. They'll go again with Hall. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield. Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Rodgers got to have this one. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's brought down. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Throwing is Rodgers. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Run flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Back to throw, Rodgers. Over the middle, it's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Rodgers. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. And Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Carlson on for the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. Smith's going to throw it. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. A little less than 40 seconds remaining. Here comes 2nd and 10. Smith to throw. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
New York set to take the field. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them in bounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. Hall on to give up the middle.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9.
Rodgers to throw.
That's pulled in by Wilson.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
So it's all come down to this for Anders Carlson.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And this one is right down the middle. And the city will be alive tonight. The Jets have won it. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.